And early 2000 up to 2013, there was what we called the Power Holding Company of Nigeria. All these three agencies were all centralized federal government agencies. For a country that is as massive as Nigeria, with 930,000 square kilometers in landmass, with over 200 million people, with 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory, with 774 local governments and almost 9,000 wards. Centralizing a sector like electricity, power sector can never work. It has to go to all the sub-national governments. The 36 states and FCT should take part. The 774 local governments should actively participate in providing electricity to their own territory. This is when it will get to the grassroots. And it will impact our households, it will impact our institutions, be it health or educational institutions. It will impact our small businesses, which is actually the bulk of Nigerian business communities. And at the same time, it will impact our industrial sector that is responsible for employing our people. So that decentralization has enabled the Imo State government to take this bold move and enable us to enjoy the dividend of democracy under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Please, a round of applause for Mr. President for this. This is what other past governments have found very difficult to approve. But it broke that jinx to achieve decentralization of the power sector. The second one is about liberalization of the sector. The amount of power that we need in Nigeria to service the entire communities across the four corners of Nigeria can never be financed by government alone. So government has also enabled the private sector investors who have enough funds to come and participate actively in all the segments of electricity value chain, be it generation, be it transmission or distribution. So you see that we have actually attracted over $2 billion of investment from the private sector since 2023 when this act came into being. Let's give the President a round of applause. So the event of today is designed to unlock innovation, attract investment, and accelerate electricity access by bringing governance and decision-making closer to the people. Imo State is clearly positioning itself as a forerunner in operationalizing this reform in the power sector. The creation of the Imo State electricity market and the establishment of Orashi Company Limited as the sub-distribution company serving the state reflects precisely the framework envisaged under the new Electricity Act, one that promotes structured, accountable, and market-oriented institutions capable of improving service delivery. I commend Orashi Company Limited for aligning with the governor's vision through this strategic investment in infrastructure, which will enhance service levels for end users and build confidence in the state's emerging electricity market. Like the commissioner said, this is just the beginning. This is just the foundation upon which we will leverage further expansion of this kind of activities. And before you know it, the entire of Imo State will enjoy a 24/7 uninterrupted, functional, stable, and reliable electricity, I can assure you. So with this, I want to encourage other states across the Federation to take a cue from what is being done here in Imo State. I would describe Mr. Governor as the pathfinder. Yes, and I encourage others to follow his footsteps. He has done this to them free of charge, without collecting a dime. So what they need to do is to copy and paste. There is no need to reinvent the wheel. Come and study what Mr. Governor has done in Imo State and go and replicate it in your entire state. It is free of charge consultancy services. Thank you, Mr. Governor. So the combination of political will, institutional reform, and targeted infrastructure investment is the pathway to unlocking sustainable electricity development. States now have both the legal backing and the practical examples to leverage the opportunities created by the Act of 2023. We expect the state to fully take advantage of these opportunities. Beyond the decentralization and liberalization of the Nigerian power sector, which have made today's milestone in Imo State possible, permit me to briefly highlight a few other significant strides achieved in the power sector under the leadership of His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, just in 2 seconds. We have developed a national integrated electricity policy after 24 years of absence of a sector-wide electricity policy for the power sector. Over 2 decades of an absence of policy. But I'm happy to announce to you that the Federal Executive Council has approved a comprehensive integrated electricity policy for the Nigeria power sector. And this is going to strengthen the collaboration between the state and the federal government. It will also attract private investment and accelerate access to reliable, affordable, and sustainable electricity nationwide. We have attracted over $2 billion of investment since this act came into being from the private sector, both local and foreign. This is actually the new bride all over the world. We all listened to the World Bank representative yesterday, who said that Nigeria has now become a consistent reference worldwide in terms of reform and transformation of the entire Nigerian economy. I think this administration deserves a round of applause for achieving that. Before we know it, this will be felt by every household, by every institution, by every business, and by every industry. We have also started the transition the industry towards full commercialization. When I resumed then, I said government subsidy to electricity sector was in the range of 70 to 80%. And government had a lot of other sectors to spend money on. We have works, we have aviation, marine and blue economy, and so many of them, even defense, competing for the same fund that is not unlimited. It will be difficult for government alone to bear all the cost of this subsidy. And the plan for us to enjoy reliable electricity is to enable the people pay as much as possible for electricity so that morally they can ask for a very good service. And since we started the process of transitioning into what we call cost-reflective tariff, we have improved the sectoral revenue from 1 trillion naira that we met in 2023 to 1.7 trillion in 2024, and it is now 2.3 trillion in 2025. This is more than double of what we met, and it has reduced government subsidy from 70-80% to about 40-45%. You see that this will reflect more in the efficiency and effectiveness of service delivery. I should thank our people for welcoming this idea of transitioning into full cost reflective tariff. We are not going to do it overnight. It will take time for our people to enjoy the benefit of this. And the first ever successful synchronization of the Nigerian power grid with the wider 14 countries in West Africa was achieved. Now we can produce electricity in Nigeria and supply to Ghana, supply to Togo, supply to Benin Republic, Cape Verde, Senegal, and so on and so forth. And this will also create employment for our people. And lastly, we have improved the installed capacity of our power generation in Nigeria from 30 gigawatts to 14 gigawatts. So, and again, the issue of meters. We have discovered that meter penetration is low in Nigeria. It's below 50%. A lot of households are built on estimated billing, which is unfair, which is unjust, and also fraudulent, isn't it? So we have decided to purchase meters in conjunction with the World Bank and the DISCOs and distribute these meters, install them free of charge to our people. It is free of charge. I'm emphasizing this. It's an arrangement between Nigeria, the World Bank, and the electricity distribution companies will not collect a dime from the customers. Please, when they're installing it, do not pay them a dime. The arrangement to pay it back is between us and the World Bank and the DISCOs. And 700 billion naira has been given to us by the Federal Account Allocation Committee to also fund acquisition of more meters. Between the World Bank program, this threat, and the PMI, Presidential Meter Initiative, we are going to buy nothing less than 12 to 13 million meters within the next 3 to 5 years. And every household will soon be metered. So in closing, let me assure His Excellency and the good people of Imo State that the federal government remains fully committed to supporting states. We are ready to cooperate with you. We are ready to partner with you. We are ready to collaborate with you. So far, this will translate into benefit to our people. Though we are there because of the people, and the people must enjoy the benefit of democracy. So we are ready to support you, sir. And any state that has chosen to develop the identity sector responsibly and sustainably will receive my full cooperation. I was there on Tuesday. I'm here today again, which means we are at your beck and call. When you need us to ensure we have reliable electricity, we are available to support you. I want to congratulate the government and people of Imo State on this important milestone. I also commend all the partners who worked tirelessly to bring this project to fruition. MD of TCN, thank you very much. MD of NISO, I want to thank you. The Commissioner for Energy in Imo State, thank you for your tireless effort. The Chairman and MD of Orashi Power Company, we appreciate all your effort. This is what we expect all the states to start doing. And the burden and the pressure will be reduced on the federal government. So this commissioning marks the beginning of an even greater investment that will further illuminate Imo State and power its economic future. Let's translate our potentials to reality. Thank you, and God bless Imo State and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. The level of power and energy exhibited by him is enough that when this thing is switched on, it's not going to go off. It will be 24/7. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, we think it is fit and proper to bring before you the man who has sworn that this day must come. The visionary, the man the Honorable Minister just described as the pathfinder, a man I prefer to call a leader of leaders, Governor Imo State, to come forward before his people and tell us the reason why he thinks that we should enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, we put your hands together. Please sit down. The acting Chief Judge of Imo State, Honorable Justice Ijoma Ogugwa, members of the National Assembly in our midst, our leaders who are with us here this afternoon, Your Excellency Chief Emeka Anyoko, the former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, and distinguished Senator Ike Nwachukwu, former Governor of Imo State, Honorable Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, OFR, FCF, FCID, Your Excellency, the former Governor of Imo State, Chief Ikedo Hakim, and the former Deputy Governor of Imo State, Sir Jude Abasu, the National Vice Chairman of our great party, the All Progressive Congress,
Dr. Ijoma Rodiobu, and other members and leaders of our great party in our midst. The Secretary to the Government of Imo State, Chief Cosmos Iwu, the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Barrister Nnamdi Ayehe, members of Imo State Expanded Executive Council, particularly the Honorable Commissioner for Power and Electrification, Engineer Wabeze Ogushenti, the Chairman, Imo State and Southeast Council of Traditional Rulers, His Royal Highness Eze Isi Okeke CFR, the Chairman, Imo State Elders Council, and Southern Traditional Rulers Council Co-Chairman, His Royal Highness Eze C.I. Ilomaya CON, the former Secretary General of Ohaneze Ndibo Worldwide, Ambassador K. Muche, heads of tertiary institutions in Imo State, chairmen and councillors of the various local government areas in Imo State, heads of security agencies, paramilitary organizations, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I must begin first by thanking the Almighty God for making today possible. I would also want to commend our dear President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, for his visionary wisdom in signing the Electricity Act into law in 2023. If not for this law that empowers the subnational government to invest in power, generation, transmission, and distribution, we would not have been here today for commissioning. I also want to thank Mr. President for graciously approving that the federal government abandoned the Eboma power plant be transferred to Imo State. These two bold actions of our beloved president made this day possible. This is why it gives me the utmost pleasure to perform this commissioning ceremony, or what I would rather call the flag off of our liberation from epileptic power supply, from darkness and unsustainable business costs, to the modern day reality of encouraging ease of doing business. Early last year, I assured Imo people that my administration will be on course to deliver on its promise of power reliability to drive the economy of our dear state. It is therefore a thing of joy that we are here today for the commissioning of the first phase of Light Up Imo project by our Orashi licensed electricity company. For me, the ceremony is a befitting birthday present to the good people of Imo State, because it comes as we celebrate our 50 years of the creation of our beloved state, Imo. For too long, the rhythm of our daily lives and the heartbeat of our economy have been dictated by the erratic hum of petrol and diesel generators. For decades, the dreams of our small business owners, our barbers, our tailors, welders, have been held hostage by power providers. Power providers who could not meet up with our aspirations. Today, it is a thing of glory that the bondage is broken. And that the narrative has changed forever. We are marching forward towards freedom. We gather here to witness a historic shift in our trajectory by providing an alternative and reliable power supply that will strengthen the power supply network, not only within our area, but in the 27 local governments of Imo State. This is a declaration of our energy sovereignty. We are moving from a generator-based economy to a productive, power-driven one. As I often say, you can have the best location, the best workforce, the best market access, and the best roads, but without reliable electricity, you will stagnate. It is common knowledge that industrial operators in Nigeria, particularly in Imo State, spend more money on power generation than they do on salaries. That is not sustainable. We made the decision that Imo State will no longer be held captive by this forced choice. This first phase represents the fruit of meticulous planning and disciplined execution. We have completed the 15-kilometer, 33 kV line network, stretching from Ebu to New Owerri, supported by an extensive 45-kilometer distribution network that will immediately bring stable, reliable power to residential and commercial areas across this axis of Owerri. This is the tangible implementation of our budgetary allocation to power sector. It is a direct realization of the license we secured for the Orashi Electricity Company, ensuring that we are no longer passive observers in the energy sector, but active architects of our own light. Indeed, we have begun to see the signs that 2026 will truly be our year of economic breakthrough. Without missing words, electricity is the oxygen of industrialization. When we launched the Imo Economic Summit, Imo Economic and Investment Summit, 2 months ago, we made a promise to the world leaders and business titans that Imo State will guarantee round-the-clock electricity supply. We told them that the generator economy was ending. We told them that we had the largest proven gas reserves in West Africa, over 200 trillion cubic feet of proven reserves, with an additional potential of 600 trillion cubic feet in unproven reserves. We told them that we had established Orashi energy-free zone to unlock that potential. And we told them that infrastructure was not a promise, that it was already in place. Today, we keep that promise. As we pursue our strategic roadmap to build a $1 trillion economy for Imo State within the next 25 years, energy is the foundation. Stable power will reduce the cost of doing business. Stable power will invite new businesses and new industries into our state and empower over 65,000 young men who have trained through our Skill Up Imo program to work round the clock without the fear of a blackout. We also have 25,000 trained artisans and entrepreneurs who are equipped for self-employment. They don't need to bother about a pass my neighbor generator. They will have access to stable and reliable electricity. The Orashi power project is linked to the Orashi Special Energy Free Trade Zone. We are harnessing our natural gas reserves to ensure that our power supply is not only constant, but sustainable and locally sourced. To the residents of Owerri and the surrounding communities, who are the first beneficiaries of this phase, this power is yours. It is meant to light up your homes. It is meant to keep your children studying at night and ensure your businesses flourish long after the sun goes down. Our cold rooms will now preserve food without the anxiety of power failure. Our hospitality centers will welcome our guests with the confidence of uninterrupted service. Our hospitals will deliver critical care without the threat of generator breakdown. Our schools will operate laboratories and digital classrooms with the certainty that learning will never be cut short by darkness. This is only the beginning. The next phase that I've just started is being accelerated, and our mission is to ensure that the 27 local government areas of Imo State have access to round-the-clock electricity supply. We are marching forward, sure-footed and focused until every street in Imo State is illuminated. But I must sound a note of caution. This infrastructure belongs to all Imo people. The transformers, the cables, and the poles in your communities are public assets meant to serve the public good. I charge every community to jealously protect this power infrastructure. Guide it. Report any attempt at vandalism. Expose those who will steal what belongs to all of us. This light is not for one person or one community. It is for every Imo citizen. I also charge you to be responsible consumers. Use this power wisely. Pay your bills promptly. Electricity is not free. It is affordable. And sustainability depends on all of us doing our own part. We have a capable regulatory institution that will ensure that the providers of this electricity will operate within reasonable cost profiles. Let us build a culture of responsibility so that this infrastructure can serve not just us, but our children and grandchildren. I want to thank the management of Orashi Electricity Company. I want to thank the contractors also, the staff of the Ministry of Power, who worked tirelessly to bring this project to fruition. I also thank the people of Imo State for their patience and their unwavering support. All this while, it is a promise that we must keep. the 27 local government areas, going by our business analysis, many of the local governments are not commercially viable. But the Imo State government will from time to time intervene to close the gap that will make return on investment meaningful, provided the service is delivered to our people. It is now my singular honor and pleasure, to the glory of Almighty God, to officially commission Phase 1 of the Orashi Light Up Imo project. May this light we switch on today illuminate our path to a future of unparalleled prosperity. May everybody living in Imo State, citizens and residents, benefit from this intervention to the glory of God. I want to thank our leaders, all the personalities gathered in this occasion, for finding time to be here. It is not over yet until it is over. I don't know if I'm here. Abraham,
Thank you. Thank you very much. That was the address of His Excellency the Governor. The Governor now leads the Honorable Minister of Power for the commissioning and the unveiling the flag as well as facility talk.
Your Excellency, on behalf of the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, TCFR, on whose authority I stand here today, Adebayo Adelabu, the Honorable Minister of Power, to the glory of God, the benefit of mankind, for the good use of the good people of Imo State, for the use of the schools and health institutions in Imo State, for the use of the small businesses in Imo State, and to promote industrial expansion in Imo State, for a prosperous economic activities and job creation. I hereby commission this project today. Thank you.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Now the unveiling of the flag.
Humble self, Honorable Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu. And I say on behalf of the Governor, let there be light and light.
very commendable. The governor has a very radical initiative. Anything that will bring light across Nigeria is very most welcome. And we appreciate the governor for what he has done, and also the support from the Minister of Power, who also traveled from Abuja to come here to see this. So, yeah, so it's going to trigger a very serious positive effect in the Imo economy, because anything light encourages industrialization. So this is a very remarkable development in Imo.
Of the Orashi electricity project. It's expected to boost power supply across parts of the southeast, improving electricity access for households, businesses, and critical infrastructure, also marking a key step in efforts to strengthen regional energy development and economic growth.